Okay, viewers. Today, what we are going to be deliberating is what we call algebra. Algebra of a complex number. I'm using Cn to represent my complex number. But before we move straight to that, I would love us to notice that operator I is equal to square root of a -1. So I'm going to use secondary school knowledge to solve this. Our indices in SS1, I think so. So now for us to have square, I'm looking for I square. That means that I'm going to square this both sides. So this raised to the power 2, and I will square this 1 raised to the power 2. Remember that in mathematics the square root cancel the power. So that means that my I square is equal to -1. Note that's 0.1 and 0.2. 0.2. So now let's look for what we call operator I cube. I cube is equal to, remember the law of indices that state that when the bases are the same, you add the power. This law, we have something like this, that it is equal to this. That is the law of indices, that when the bases are the same, you add the power. So I'm going to use this law of indices here. So in the sense that if I'm looking for 3, that should be 2 and 1. That is operator 2 times operator 1 raised to the power 1. Definitely, if I had this, remember that if I had this, a plus b, that is 2 plus 1, it will give us this. So the law of indices is applicable here. So this is equal to operator I square is what? That is my -1 times I. Have you seen? I square was -1. So this one time this gives us a negative operator I. Negative operator I. Yeah, because -1 times I give us this. So I cube. Anyway, you see I cube, that gives us negative operator I. So we move to the next one. I raised to the power 4. You still use the law of indices. So this is equal to this times this. So yeah, because when we add the power, we have 4. So this is equal to -1 times -1. -1 times -1. Remember that I cube, I raised to the power 2, give us -1. So -1 times -1 give us just +1, just +1. So I raised to the power 4 is equal to +1. So let's move to operator 5. I operator 5 is equal to, you use the law of indices again. You can use 3 and 2. You can also use 3 times 2. You will still arrive at the same answer. Or you use 4 and 1. This is 4 and 1. You still arrive at the same answer. If I'm using the first one, I cube is what? Is it not minus I times, then times what? I cube. Check I cube, that is my -1. So minus j times -1 is positive j. If you are using this one, oh. Then if you are using this, I raised to the power 4. Is it not equal to 1? So 1 times I still remain I. So I raised to the power 5 will give us I. So anywhere you see this, note this, note this, note this. So the last one, I will stop.